Tendli Upkari with cashew nuts. Hello, I'm Neena and I welcome you to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. Today we are going to make a Mangalorean dish which is very typical, very traditional, and it's cooked on a daily basis. You can say this is a roz ka khana, but I'm going to make it a little different in the sense I'll be adding cashew nuts. It gets elevated to a little exotic and you can make it for special occasion. Now let's see what all we need to make this. We need tender tendlis, cashew nuts, oil, mustard seeds, urad dal, asafoetida, slit green chilies, salt, scraped coconut. We'll start with heating some oil. Here I am using dried cashew nuts, but traditionally it is the fresh raw cashew nuts which are used, which in Mangalore is called bibba. Bibba means tender cashew nuts. Now that kind of cashew nuts is not easily available elsewhere, so we can use these cashew nuts in its place. Now if you are using tender cashew nuts, it's a little more intricate to use because they have to be peeled and they don't peel off easily. So one has to soak them in a little warm water for a couple of hours and then peel them. But all that labor is well worth it because the taste is simply great. So now that the oil has got heated, add some mustard seeds and let them splutter. In Mangalorean cooking, most of the dishes have this tadka of mustard seeds. It's very popularly used, and whether it is a gravy dish or whether it is a dry dish, a lot of mustard seeds are used. Mustard seeds not only give a special flavor, they also give a special tang. So maybe for that reason, but mustard seeds are very popularly used in most of the Mangalorean dishes. Now that the mustard seeds have started spluttering, we'll add some urad ki dal and saute. Now here again we have to wait till the dal turns a light brown because only then you get that nice flavor. If the dal remains white, then the flavor is all lost. Now look, the dal is turning nice and golden. Now add the green chilies. You can add as many green chilies as you want as per your taste. If you like real spicy food, add more green chilies or else add less of them. Add a little asafoetida and then add these cashew nuts. Once the cashew nuts are added, stir and saute for a little while till the cashew nuts also get a light color. They don't have to turn golden, but they should get a light color. Now that they are lightly brown, we'll add these tendli or tindoras which have been quartered lengthwise. Stir well and then add salt to taste. Stir well again. Lower the heat, cover and let it cook. Normally for vegetables, the Mangaloreans don't cook them in water and they let it cook it in its own steam. That way the full flavor of vegetables are retained. So we will not add any water, we'll just cover and let it cook. This way you can make this upkari with a lot of other vegetables also. It's not just with tindora or tendli. You can make similar kind of upkari with French beans. You can make it with cluster beans, chauli beans, ridge gourd or turiya. You can also make it with snake gourd, which is also called padaval. So there is a variety of vegetables which can be used to make this kind of upkari. You need not add cashew nuts to all of them. If you want to add cashew nuts, you add, but it's not necessary. Cashew nuts are generally added when tindora is used. So it will take some time, but let it cook under its own steam, because if you add water, then the flavor gets diluted. So to get the full flavor of tindora, you have to cook it under its own steam. Now let's see if it's done. Oh yes, it's done, nicely cooked, and all the moisture has also evaporated. So we'll switch off the heat. We'll add some coconut now and mix well. Transfer into a serving bowl, sprinkle with a little coconut. Now your tendli upkari is ready to be served. Serve it hot with rice and any gravy.